Well, here we go. St Mirren against Celtic for the first major trophy of the Scottish football season. Let's find out how it all unfolds.
And Mikel Mandron was the hero in the semi-final, but the competition's top scorer drops out for Dan Lundeloo, who netted a cracker here. Wilfried Nonsi makes 2 changes to the starting 11. Tony Ralston is in for Hoon-Jun Yang. For the first time, St Mirren and Celtic at this stage of the competition. Barclays Hampden for Premier Sports Cup glory. Anthony Ralston goes early looking for Dyson Maeda. Michael Stewart alongside me. Well, what an occasion, and you know, we were here to experience those semi-finals, which they will live long in the memory, but now it's all about getting the job done and claiming that trophy.
100%. I mean, it's a fascinating game for so many different reasons. The story of Celtic season so far has been like a roller coaster, so many twists and turns as well, and for St Mirren it feels like they're on the cusp of something really special, perhaps.
There's Dan Lundeloo. Lundeloo takes the touch. St Mirren will have the first corner of the proceedings. Lundeloo trying to get the bank of supporters in black and white behind him.
Actually, see there, I think McMenamin may well have been onside originally because Liam Scales was on the ground after the initial challenge, but anyway, they've got the corner kick, and you know that the physicality of Lundeloo up the top alongside his strike partner Ayunga is going to cause problems. They always do.
There's a lot of targets for Bacchus here, and a header! What a start for St Mirren! And it's the skipper, Marcus Fraser, the former Celtic player. It's taken all of 90 seconds. Stephen Robinson is trying to hold back the celebrations. Nobody else can manage it in St Mirren colours. It is the dream start for the Buddies.
Well, I was talking about the physicality of the front two. But it's Marcus Fraser that comes up with a great header. Rio Tati, just not strong enough. Doesn't do enough. That is a fantastic header, though, from Marcus Fraser. He guides this into the corner. Pinpoint accuracy. Schmeichel has no chance. Really camp himself inside the opposition's box. And that doesn't change whether they're one up or one down.
Another effort in on goal, straight forward for Kasper Schmeichel though against McMenamin. That's well read though. St Mirren took to penalty shootouts to book their place at Hampden Park. Arne Engels. Liam Scales. Again forward plenty, and Iheanacho's header, what a save by George. Iheanacho was certain that he'd level things up there, but for that reach of Shamal George.
That's a great save, isn't it? Really good header from Iheanacho as well. Behind for another corner kick. Here's this header again. That is an absolutely brilliant save there from George.
It's an easy enough lead for Miguel Freckleton. And now Ayunga looking to occupy Trusty. He deals with the Kenyan. Tinekti again. It's a dangerous ball in. Richard King gets the first contact, and Maeda trying to knock it back to Engels on the edge. Gogic. Now this will be the situations that Scales will be desperate to avoid. Lundeloo, they've got 2-on-2 here. Dan Lundeloo, and across comes Trusty to make the block.
Continue to talk about players looking uncomfortable.
Just over the top of Freckleton, it's away to King. What a moment it was for him. His goal in the semi-final here. Gogic to Killian Phillips. Not a bad ball in at all from the Irishman.
Ooh, a brilliant ball. Just a bit too early, perhaps, for the front men.
Bacchus, John, and Lundaloo. Oh, it's an almighty chance for the second.
It's just marginally behind the front man. You see here, he's having to drag it from behind.
Kieran Tierney over the free kick for Celtic as they look to respond. It's Trusty at the back post. Comes to McGregor. St Mirren unable to clear their lines. Back in from Tierney. It's a Tate! That's a magnificent volley from Reo Tate. Not so much a celebration as relief for Celtic, but they've levelled things up, and you have to say that is an absolutely wonderful hit from the Japanese midfielder.
Top draw. It's another great ball in from Kieran Tierney. The left-hand side has been so dangerous. That is pinpoint, as is the strike. Controlled perfection from the Japanese midfielder. Great goal. An increasingly important.
With Iheanacho, Phillips still down. Iheanacho back to McGregor. Maeda in the middle. It's McGregor again. Saved by George, he's been busy, and Gogic can clear. St Mirren still defending with 10 as Phillips gets back to his feet, but he's hobbling back. Chinekti. Oh, it takes a deflection and then hits George. And out for a corner. This is a very, very different Celtic now. The tide has turned.
Well, their tails are up.
This without one of their taller players to fight for the aerial ball. Engels goes short. Chinekti. And McGregor. It comes to the Tunisian. Chinekti. Great delivery. It's Gogic away. Tate. Again, he controls the volley brilliantly. And then the challenge from Trusty sets Celtic in motion again. Tierney's cut back, only to Gogic. His only support now. The half-time whistle goes, just with St Mirren in a promising looking position. And there's a bit of afters here. Trusty and Lundaloo. 15 outings against St Mirren. Back underway through Killian Phillips. Celtic have had a few more attempts since St Mirren's last one, must be said. Long throw towards Lundaloo. Schmeichel with the ball out to Maeda, looking to get him involved quickly. He spins, Fraser goes down, and it will be a free kick. Remember, Marcus Fraser, one of 3 players that was booked in the first half, along with...
He knows that the path was closed off, but he keeps the possession for his team.
Bacchus is going to try one, takes a deflection.
Well, you can understand in these conditions, having a strike from distance.
Engels, neat turn. And bundled over.
Belgians done very well there. He was under serious pressure from both of the St Mirren players.
Through Freckleton, Lundaloo calls for it. Then stabbed forward, and the header will go in! St Mirren lead once more! Jonah Ayunga! What a moment for the Buddies! For the second time in the Premier Sports Cup final, Stephen Robinson's team leads. This time, can they hang on to this precious, precious moment?
Sheer desire from the whole St Mirren team. They lost the ball, they put extreme pressure, won it back, and what a ball into the box this is from Gogic. He's onside. Kasper Schmeichel's caught in no man's land. What a ball that is.
Quickly by Freckleton. Now McGregor. Celtic skipper bursting into action, but St Mirren get numbers around him. Man drawn now. Freckleton.
He's in.
Oh, John breaking beyond Donovan. Ayunga at the back post. John, can he do it all himself? Ayunga is there. Jonah Ayunga! St Mirren are so close now. It's delirium at Hampden Park for those in black and white. Disbelief for Celtic. A crisis looming for them unless they can rescue this. But this is all about St Mirren's moment. And Jonah Ayunga scoring a double. 3-1 they lead in the Premier Sports Cup final. And for some of those Celtic fans, it is too much to witness.
Spare a thought for Declan. Johnny's not even being able to celebrate. He's still having to stretch off. What a run from the wing back. And then he shows the composure, cuts back in and lays it on a plate. Great finish. Great finish from Ayunga.
Looking like Talbot against Celtic from Rugby Park. That's the Sunday game from 5:15. As Kenny, Maeda will chase this. He'll get there ahead of Fraser.
I mean, the work rate from St Mirren is exemplary from the whole team. To be fair, it's nothing more than you would expect.
Donovan!
What
a great save! Fingertips from Shamal George. Colby Donovan so nearly gave Celtic some hope.
And that would be just that hope. What a shot of adrenaline that would have been for Celtic. Colby Donovan does brilliantly getting up on the outside. A great strike, an even better save. An incredible save from Shamal George. He's had a number of them this afternoon.
Well, Arnie Engels was going to take that corner, but he's now been replaced by Hyunjung Yang. So now it's Luke McCowan on. And Stephen Robinson, who's delivered European football, top 6 finishes, but to add silverware, there's Gogic with the reads. Bacchus with Mooney ahead of him. Can it get even better? Mooney! Big stop from Schmeichel.
And Mandaron. But Jonah Ayunga is my man of the match, Rory. Shamal George, team wins 3-1, you can't give a goalkeeper the man of the match, but he's been outstanding, he really has. Some crucial saves. Bacchus in the middle of the park, the front men. It's been a real team effort from St Mirren.
Kenny deflected, and right on cue, Shamal George to tip it over.
To be fair, I think that one falls into the category of good save, but if it ends up in the back of the net, you're asking questions, where some of the other ones...
Is getting ready to celebrate. Third time lucky for the manager. Twice before he fell at the hands of Celtic with Motherwell. Not with St Mirren. Faith over fear. That was the St Mirren mantra. And to a man, they believed. And to a man, they have delivered. It's an almighty shock. But they believed that this chance was theirs to take. And they have grabbed it with both hands, dethroning the mighty Celtic, who look a shadow of their former selves. But save this moment for St Mirren. It will mean the world to them. 12 years on from when they last lifted this trophy. They didn't see a final, since that moment. And they have picked their time to deliver once again.
Yeah, so here goes St Mirren. So let me hand you back up to our commentator, Rory Hamilton.
The St Mirren squad make their way up past the trophy. Shamal George, Richard King, Conor McMenamin, Jonah Ayunga, Alex Gogic, Dan Lundalu, Miguel Freckleton, Marcus Fraser, Declan John, Keanu Bacchus, Killian Phillips, Ryan Mullen, Jaden Richardson, Scott Tanzer, Liam Donnelly, Mark O'Hara, Roland Dodowu, Mikel Mandron, Fraser Taylor and Evan Mooney. The names that will go down in St Mirren's history. Along with, of course, Stephen Robinson at the tail as he waits to get his hands on silverware. He got to one final as a player, it passed him by. You always think there's going to be another one. He said to his players to seize this moment. His defining words, the belief that he had in his players, crucial. And these moments are rare for a club like St Mirren. Celtic are used to scooping up silverware. Somebody might need to scoop up the bottom of the trophy there. Mark O'Hara and Marcus Fraser. St Mirren, legends to a man. And heroes for eternity. St Mirren, the 2025 Premier Sports Cup winners. It is their day, their moment, St Mirren's time, and theirs to enjoy for as long